Hello everyone, my name is Hemu. Welcome everyone in today's lecture. So today's we are going to discuss EVE-NG installation from scratch in your VMware Workstation. And guys, let me tell you one thing. Nowadays, if you are working as a network engineer, network security engineer, like if you are doing any type of network related job, what you have to do, you should know at least there is a one software called GNS3, and at least you should have a knowledge of EVE-NG. Either you should have a knowledge on GNS3, either you should have a knowledge on EVE-NG, means because these are the most used network simulation tool, and we will use these particular tools to build our network topologies. Let's suppose you want to build a firewall lab like Palo Alto lab, Checkpoint lab, FortiGate lab. Let's say you want to build a SD-WAN lab, right? You can able to build these labs using basically these two tools. And guys, I am a fan of EVE-NG because EVE-NG is very good. It basically support almost all type of images, means you can able to create a virtual lab for almost all type of solutions. Okay, and if you want to check what are the supported images by the EVE-NG, what you have to do, you have to go to in a website like eveng-net. And before going to this website, guys, all these recordings I will upload on my YouTube channel, which is Sianets, and here you will able to see all these recordings. We do have another YouTube channel here. In this YouTube channel you can able to find the F5 related videos. In my channel you will get lots of videos on Palo Alto firewall, lots of videos on network fundamentals. There are lots of videos available on SD-WAN. Apart from that, I do have a portal. This is my video portal where you will able to see lots of courses, and I have a very in-depth courses on Palo Alto, SD-WAN, F5, Wireshark, Python, AWS, right? All these softwares are available. All these type of codes are available here. Okay. Now let me go into this eveng.net. This is the website, and if you will go into this documentation section, now if you want to see supported images, you can go into the supported image and you can able to check all the images which is supported here. All the images are there which is basically supported by eveng. So you can able to build the lab for these many devices. You can able to build the virtual lab for these many devices. Okay. Now if you want to do the eveng installation on VMware Workstation, for that what you need, obviously you need a running VMware Workstation, and also you have to complete the NIC card setup, and after that you have to basically download the OBA image. You can download the ISO file as well. You can download the ISO image, or you can download the OBA image. And how you will download? You have to go to into the same website. You have to go into this website download section. In this download section, we have a two version of EVeng. We have a EVeng professional version, and we have a EVeng community edition. This professional version, if you will download, for that you have to basically purchase a license from EVeng. You need a license to use that image. So what I'll recommend you can use the community edition, free live community edition version. This is free, anyone can use this community edition, but almost I have seen like both have almost all the features, similar feature, but there are some advanced feature which are available on professional edition as only. But like if you want to create a lab, you want to do the things, your community edition is more than sufficient to perform your labs. So you can click on free and community edition. Here you can able to download the OVA image, and you can also able to download the ISO file. but I'll like to download the OBA image. So I'll go here. So here you will get the option to download from Google Drive, from Mega, and from sync.com. These are the three basically online storage where you can able to download this particular event. I'll go here and I'll click on download anyway. I will use the Google Drive for download purpose, and I'll just put this image also in my lab setup folder. Download is going on. It will take around 1 minute, so we have to wait here. The file size is 2.7 GB. Once this particular file is downloaded, so we will get here zip file. Whatever file we will download, it's a zip file, so we have to unzip. Go here, you can check. This is the folder where basically that image is download is going on. So we can able to track from here. Almost done. Around 5 seconds left for this. Let's give some more time. It's done. You can close now. Apart from this, guys, now you can go here. You can extract this. So I will use like extract here. Let me extract into this folder. Extract is going on. Now you can go inside this folder. Go here, and basically when you will go into this folder, you can able to see these files. We have a open virtualization format package, OVF package. This is your OVF package. Now what you need to do, you have to basically select that package and you have to right click, and what you need to do, you have to open with VMware Workstation. Open with VMware Workstation. Now you can say you will get this prompt, so you have to click on import, but what you will do before importing, you have to select like on which folder or which path you want to basically install this image. By default, it will basically do the installation into this documentation. In documentation, it will create a new folder, admin OneDrive, or what I can do, I'll go here. This is my documentation folder. Now I can first create or let me just do that. Let me just change my drive. Okay, because I already have one of the folder here like virtual machine, right? So I'll go here. I'll just go into browse into this PC. I'll go into my SSD. Here I have a virtual machine. Inside this virtual machine, I will create one folder, eve ng test. I will create a test one. Click on OK. Click on import. Now you can see import is going on, and inside this you will be able to see some files. Now this import process is going on and we have to wait here. We don't have any other option rather than waiting. So meanwhile this is going on, let me just pause the recording for some minute. Now you can see import has been completed. Import has been succeeded. Now what you have to do, you have to click on edit virtual machine settings. Give the RAM. So let me just tell you guys how you will choose the RAM. Let's suppose you have a laptop with 8 GB. Let's suppose your laptop having 8 GB RAM. In that case, what you can give around 6 GB to your EVNG. If you have a 12 GB RAM in your laptop, then give around 10 GB RAM to your EVNG. If you have a laptop with 16 GB RAM, then give around 14 GB of RAM to your EVNG. Let's suppose you have a laptop with 24 GB of RAM. In that case, give around 20 GB RAM. If you have a laptop with 30 GB, 32 GB of RAM, then give around 28 GB RAM. If you have a laptop with 64 GB RAM, then give around 56 GB RAM to your laptop. That's how we will basically provide the RAM details. Okay, according to the size. So I'll because I have around 64 GB RAM here. So what I can do, I will go with 57. Now what I can do, I'll go here. I'll open my calculator. And what I'll do, I'll just do the like 1024 multiply by 56. So number is 57344, right? 57344. Processor, because I have around 8 processor on my system. So I can go with like number of processor 4, number of core per processor is 1. What I'll do, I'll go here, number of processor 2 and core per processor 2. Or like that I can go, or you can go like 4 and 1 as well. Okay. Hard disk, that by default it will took around 16 GB of hard drive, but we need to add additional hard drive, guys. So you have to select this hard disk and you have to give some additional hard disk. Create a new virtual disk, give the size. I will add extra 200 GB of hard disk. Store as a single file. Next, finish. So we need this additional hard disk you have to add basically. If you will not add, then things will not work. Okay, properly, just remember. Number of adapters, we just have one adapter, but I will add here couple of more adapters. Add the adapters. I will add around these many adapters. This first adapter I'll configure as a net. Second adapter I'll configure as a bridge. Then the next adapter I will configure as VMnet 1. Then VMnet 2 and the VMnet 3. Why I'm doing this thing like net? This is the management, like this adapter I will use as a net, which is management. Then bridge means the second adapter of EVNG will get connectivity with my home router. Then this is your VMnet 1, 2 and 3. Why I'm doing these adapter things? Because I want to connect my external VMs. Okay, and I'm going to cover that part, don't worry. Click on OK. We have a net. You can see order has been changed, so you can just reorder them. Net, then bridge. Click on bridge, then VMnet 1, VMnet 2 and VMnet 3. Now order will not change. See, net, bridge, VMnet 1, 2 and 3. Now you can just go do the power on. Now let me tell you something regarding this particular EVNG. So I just remember one thing. This particular software called EVNG, what the developer of this software, what he did, he is just taking the Ubuntu Linux, and on top of this Ubuntu Linux, what he had just installed the EVNG application. So in the backend, he is using the Ubuntu Linux. In backend, he using the Ubuntu Linux, and on top of this, he has the EVNG. Now you can see your EVNG installed successfully. And this is the IP address we got, 192.168.137.231. This IP address we got because we have configured the, why we will got, because DHCP is enabled, right? Default username is root and password is EVE. This is for CLI, guys. Now let me just log in. Username is root and password is EVE. Just go enter. Now it is asking type the root password. Root password is EVE. Hit enter. Repeat the root password EVE. Hit enter. Host name, I want to give the name like EVNG. Domain name, you can go with example.com, but let me just configure lab.local. This is my domain name. Hit enter. Now what I want, a static IP address. So now you have to press the down arrow key. So you can see now pointer. See, when I press the down arrow key, you can see this below. It comes on a static. Now press the tab button, and when we have pressed the tab button, you can see that star has been moved from DHCP to static. Now you have to hit enter. Now type the management IP address. Management IP address is 192.168.137.50. Subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Gateway 192.168.137.2. DNS 8.8.8.8. Secondary DNS 4.2.2.2. NTP server. I don't need it any NTP. Click on hit enter. Hit enter. Now you can see EVNZ will reboot. So guys, when we got this password change prompt, right at time I have just configured this password Eve. Password I have configured Eve. Confirmation of for the password is also Eve, means this is the default password which I have configured. If you want, you can change that password as well, guys. Okay, you can configure according to your requirement. Now you can log in root EVE. I have the login, guys. Now if you want to see the IP address, you can run this command ipconfig pnet 0, and you can see this pnet 0 having IP address 192.168.137.50. Now this is the IP address of your EVNG. This is the IP address of your EVNG. Okay, and if you see, if you want to change the root password, you can run this command sudo, or you can just run this command pass wd root. Your password will change. What is the new password you want to configure? Let me configure some difficult password. Password has been updated successfully. If I will go exit, and if I will log in root, and that time if I will type Eve will not work. You can see I have just typed EVE, it is not working. So whatever the change password I have to do, I will basically type that one, and now you can see I have able to log in. Because if config pnet 0, I will explain what is this pnet 0, pnet 1, pnet 2, because you can see we have a multiple pnets. Just look here, pnet 0 have IP 192.160.137.50, right? We have a multiple pnet 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I am going to discuss all of them, don't worry. Now what you have to do, you can see installation is done. Now you can go into your web browser here. Now in this web browser, what you have to type, http. Guys, type here http, not s. If you will type s, your access will not work. 192.168.137.50. and you can see I got the login. Now if you want to log in the web browser, you have to type username is admin and password is EVE. You can use native console, HTML5 console. I always use native console. Login. And now I have successfully logged in. If you want to modify the Let's suppose you want to change the IP address. You can go into this user management. You can able to modify the admin IP address, admin password from here. You can add the extra username. Let me just add extra username like Hemu. Password is admin add 123. Admin add 123. This is the password for Hemu. Role. I want to give him my administrator role. Click on add. Now you can also able to open this EVNG with that 192.168.137.50. Username is Hemu. Put the Hemu password here. And we have logged in with Hemu here now. And administrator account is also there. Let me now tell you something like what people used to forget. If you want to log in into the CLI, means I'm talking about this black screen from here. CLI username is root and password is EVE. This is the default one. If you want to log in into this GUI, you need to do the HTTP, then the IP address, and when you will get the login screen, you have to put the username is admin and password is EVE. If you want to modify these values, you have to go into this management. From here, you can able to change these values. You can able to change the password for your GUI users. System, you can able to check the system status, like what is the utilization of your memory, disk, CPU. You will get the system logs here, right? You can check the information. It will take you into the EVNG website. Okay. 192.168.137.50. So like that, you can able to check. Now, what you can do, you can just type here like my, let's suppose you are want to do the routing labs. You can just put here routing lab. It will basically add a folder. It will add one folder. Now go inside this folder. Let's say now you want to add some lab inside this folder. You can put here like my test lab. Click on save. And it has opened this particular GUI. Yeah, now from here you can able to add your node. You can right click anywhere and you can able to add the node. Okay, you want to, if you want to change the color, you can able to like put a dark color. You can add the node here. Right now you can see these are the node which is supported by EVNG, but all are the grayed out because we don't have any nodes. By default, you only able to see this virtual PC. You can start this virtual PC and you can able to open, but you can see I am not able to open this. Why? Because if you want to open this, you need to install WinSCP and EVNG client pack software. These two software you need to install. Then only you can able to open it. And if you don't, if let's suppose in your office environment, you are not allowed to install these softwares. What you have to do, you can basically log out and you can log back in, but use your HTML5 console. And if you will, this time you will start this node and you want to open it, will open like a in your browser only, like a new tab in your browser. Now you can able to configure. Let me stop. Let me log out. Let me log back in native console. And for this native console to work, what we need to do, we need to do the installation of WinSCP. The main software which is like EVNG client pack, which we need to install into this PC. Then only this access will work. This WinSCP will use to upload all the images, because right now you can see we don't have any nodes here, right? 1 minute. We don't have any nodes here. See, all are grayed out. If you want to upload these nodes, what you need, one software called WinSCP. Then we have a secure CRT. So we will also, I will show you how you can basically integrate your secure CRT. And this thing we will see in the new lecture. So right, what we did, we have successfully completed the EVE-ng installation, guys. Now regarding the lab setup and other things, like why I have created these NIC cards, multiple NIC cards, right? I am going to explain you in lecture number 12 how to connect EVE-ng node with internet and other external VMs. Okay, then I will also show you how to import the pre-built lab in EVE-ng. Thank you everyone. This is it for this particular lecture. Please subscribe my YouTube channel for more interesting videos. Take care.